What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Ronald. This is the best channel that nobody watches, and I'm gonna have no voice soon. Today we're gonna be covering the match between Xenon97, which is the historian for the 1100 ED mod, if I am correct, and just some asshole called Starsmil. He's the lead modder in 1100 AD. I think it's his mod. They're gonna be playing against the general hero of VeNgEancE and Premysl. Now, Joker, I like him that in the fact that he likes to play, like, from what I've seen so far, of course, I only watched like I think 2 of their matches, but he usually takes factions that you don't really play with, and that's interesting. Same with Starsmil today, because in the past he played as the Romans, the fake Romans, and such. But let's see how this one goes out. Ravadids, I think these guys, I don't even know where these guys are on the map. I think they're east of Asia Minor. I think that's the faction. Starsmil is gonna play as the Gurids, while General Hero of VeNgEancE, the defensive master here, is gonna be playing as the Venetian Republic, and the Premysl is gonna play as the Kurva. So, let's go ahead and watch it. I have a couple of Polish colleagues at work. Sometimes I have a good relationship with one of them, and when he passes by, sometimes I yell at him, that famous word of theirs, which is funny, and I'm kind of an asshole for doing that, but he understands the joke and he can take the banter. He's not some snowflake, so that's good. Anyway, now that I've explained to you my work at Dynamic, actually my dynamic at work, of which I'm sure you were very interested, let's go ahead and see what's what. Okay, so Starsmil and Xenon, they're 2 smart boys, and it's gonna be interesting to see how they stack up, because these guys are gonna do what they're gonna do, right? It's pretty obvious. These guys are smart, and they will try to adapt to whatever those guys are doing, because I'm sure they watch some replays. Not when I say watch the replays, not necessarily watch my videos, but replays of the tournament. So we have 2 horse archers. I think 4 is the maximum that is allowed in a team, or 2. Is it 2 or 4? I can't remember. It might be 2. It might be 2. They're adjusting immediately because they know what's up. They know these guys are gonna push on the flank and try to make the opposing team as uncomfortable as possible. So they're adjusting very quickly. And they go even further, like the more they see the enemy react, they go even further and just push and push and push until they have a advantageous position on the right flank individual. No, I don't know which one is... Yeah, apologize my stupidity. I don't know which one is Starsmil, which one is Xenon, but either way, let's see if these guys are not gonna commit. There's a lot of cavalry here, and they need to react quickly because this is a lot, and this is not something that you see too often from these guys, so they also have to do things differently. Now, of course, people are starting to be aware of what the MVP team here is doing, so they're gonna try to react. So in a reaction to that reaction, they will have to do things a little bit differently. Now, this is different in the fact that they are showing a lot of presence with the cavalry. Not necessarily try to engage, but just make the enemy uncomfortable. Let's see if this guy, because this is gonna be the interesting side of things. See if this guy can break General Hero of VeNgEancE. And I'm sorry to call you this guy or that guy, but I'm not very knowledgeable in the Eastern factions, so I don't know which one's what. We have a cool charge here in the rear of the Venetian swordsman. This is a very good charge. Very, very good charge. Now, if he can fall back, which he does, that is super efficient. Super efficient. I mean, no kills, but damage has been done. Make no mistake. To those guys, because that was a rear charge, and he's gonna catch these other horses. Man, this is fucking awesome from the left flank of Starsmil and Xenon. Very strong defense here with the cavalry and the spears. The swords are sitting a little bit too close to the skirmishers. I would put them a little bit more up front in case a cavalry charge comes in. But so far, like, they're putting a lot of pressure on Premysl and General Hero of Vengeance. I love to see this, man. This is exciting. Now this flank needs to move up, which it does. And again, he's trying to wrap that pussy around the dick. Excuse my analogies, but that's exactly what's happening here. And when this happens, you have to rotate. Again, I sound like a broken record, I know, and I apologize, but that's what you have to do to defend, because this is very dangerous for the player on this side. Even though he has a very good defense here, you're still being surrounded by enemies on all fronts. The horse archers here are getting caught, unfortunately. They're gonna have some reinforcements, and they're gonna run, they're gonna come back, but they're gonna be half at the strength of what they were initially. What is this? This is an attempt to hit the skirmishers, which I'm sure that Xenon and Starsmil are aware of the fact that the skirmishers are gonna be very dangerous from the enemy team. A lot of cavalry has been brought here to deal with this offense, and the defense is very good here now. The Eastern faction has did a very good job in putting a lot of pressure on the flank, but now the situation has stabilized here a little bit, and this is awesome. Look at this, he's falling back, the guy on the right is falling back, so he's doing, like, these guys are just fucking reading these guys like a book. It's awesome to see. Will it be enough though? Because you can read the book sometimes and you cannot understand shit from that book. It happened to me a few times. So let's see if it's gonna work out, but the effort is awesome. It's fantastic, actually. It's very good, very good. This guy is defending, rotating his situation. Well, this guy, look at this. He's becoming the pussy around the dick, you know, which is a good thing. In this situation, it's a good thing, guys, to do that in total war battles, so to say. He's even shooting the skirmishers here. Let's see how good this offense is gonna be against the Venetians. Yeah, Premysl is gonna push his horses and try to help in the defensive efforts, because they do realize the fact that this is danger. And this guy has been doing a phenomenal job on the right flank, on falling back, and like, this is the best case scenario. Now let's see if this is gonna work out here. We have I didn't even see, there's a couple of pikemen for the Venetians. These swords are gonna get, they're gonna get very close to those skirmishers. Very close. This is not good. He's gonna catch the general here. The Eastern general is gonna get caught here. And there's no response to this anymore. No more cavalry. These guys might come in, try to help, but the general is fucked. This is so awesome. So, you know what I'd like to see here? Like, Premysl and his teammate are doing a phenomenal job to react to what's going on the battlefield. They started initially by pushing hard, knowing that these guys might know a thing or two. They pushed hard, they tried to envelop, they saw that it didn't work, they saw that this guy on the flank, the defensive guy, was having trouble, and Premysl immediately sent his cavalry to help out. This is some high level shit right here, boys. And these guys managed to go through. Like, the far flank is being won by Premysl now. Because regardless, eventually these guys are gonna start breaking, and here again they overwhelm the enemy. Now these skirmishers might have a thing or two to say, which might be good. The center looks good for the Easterners. Let's see what's going on here. Some fire is being exchanged. This guy's doing a good job in defending and helping the center, so to say, with spear, swords, and some horses. Now, you know what I would like to see? It's one of two things. You have these couple of cavalrymen here. You either go on the offense, you just pull your flank out, because you see there's no horses here. There's just one general. You either go far wide, you just go wide and make these guys uncomfortable, and then you shoot the melee line, or you just say, okay, there's actually 3 horses. You say, okay, let's just give up the cavalry and go and help out my enemy. So you either do the offensive thing or the defensive thing. You don't sit around. Sitting around won't help anybody. And he might do exactly what I was saying, which would be just mind-blowing. Yeah, because these guys are winning on the flank. The Poles are overwhelming the Easterners on the flank. No, this is not good, my friend. This is not good. You have to move around. You're doing an excellent... Yeah, you know, like, it's sometimes hard to see the big fight, the big picture of the fight. Because in his view, he's doing a very good job. He's defending, he's putting pressure on the enemy, which is good. It's good, right? But his teammate, although he's doing a very good job in beating the Venetians have help, and that's a problem. That's a problem. Premysl is falling back, and he's gonna focus probably more here. Because the center is... They are losing, but it's somewhat stable, because there's still a lot of swords here. The flank is lost here, and now these guys are gonna have to... Yeah, like, oh, look at this. It's open season. This is fucked. Now, I think this is Starsmil. He does decide to send in the cavalry, but it's too late. I think it's just too late here. You should have done that earlier. Either that or be offensive here and try to win your flank. But you see, this is very cool because you have the Premysl and his teammate. You know what they're gonna do, so you react, right? You quote-unquote react in a good way. You beat them at what they're doing. But then these guys adapt to your reaction and they still beat the shit out of you. This is a very nice match. I love this match because the possibly losing team has learned from the other people's mistakes. They adapted, but yeah, it's probably a little bit frustrating for them because they adapted in a good way. They did everything right, but then they weren't prepared for what went in here, what happened here on the flank with the cavalry. But now you know. You see, this is that's gonna be painful. Now you know the cavalry, if you have it, and if the other guy doesn't engage, you either go aggro on his ass or you help out, right? Because on the left flank, this guy was overwhelmed. There was too many horses for him to be able to defend, and it's game over. Although here this is a solid sword line, but the skirmishers are gonna get eaten up here. Now the more they stay here in this fight, they're gonna lose. That's how 1100 AD works. If your cavalry gets bogged down even by skirmishers, then they're gonna start losing eventually. So the best way to handle or to use the cavalry is to just charge, let them fight a little bit, and then fall back, and then repeat. The fight is still going on here. There's still a good spread here, and here as well. But the cavalry is gonna abuse the skirmishers here. It's still a pretty good match, and they did an excellent job in neutralizing the Venetian skirmishers, which, as we talked in previous matches, usually General Hero of Vengeance is very good with the skirmishers on the defense because the enemy usually comes to him. But in this match, I don't think he's gonna have the good numbers that he usually has. This is a good way of defending against the horses. Like, okay, you sacrifice a couple and then you shoot with the rest. That's actually good. These Venetian swordsmen are very good at holding the line right now. This charge is gonna be cool. Starsmil, I think, or Xenon is doing a good job in holding these guys down here. He's actually, dare I say, winning there. The skirmishers are a threat, though. If they will start shooting at the flank of these guys. Okay, he actually chooses to shoot the general. The cavalry was taken out here. Are we gonna see a Starsmil win? Oh, this is gonna be fucking down to the nail. This guy has endured enough. He did a very good job here, though. The Venetians are routing on the flank, but it's a sword and spear, so these guys are gonna start losing soon. On the center they lose as well. This is a very strong and good line of melee, but look at this. Ah! This is where the battle is won right here. This right here. They obviously have the numbers here as well, but this fucking general, man, he's a Giga Chad. He's been gone through so much, and he's still fighting. That's awesome. Yeah, like the melee, like if I pause the match right here, right now, right? Maybe 10 seconds earlier. Starsmil and Xenon have a much stronger melee line. If you put them in a line, if you put these armies in a line and start fighting, these guys, like Premysl is getting cooked. But look at the positioning and look at the skirmishers. Those skirmishers are gonna win this match. I bet my life on it. This is also a very important fight, because once this general is being taken out, the Poles have the cavalry superiority, right? Now there is a decent amount of skirmishers here as well. This is super interesting. Super interesting. We might end up in a situation where Starsmil has the superiority on the cavalry. These guys are getting shot at, but they're a little bit out of range. He's gonna charge the general. He's gonna win that. Now these guys are getting dissected. He's constantly falling back and shooting. It's a hit and run tactic, which is super efficient at this point in time. The Easterners are doing the same here, which is probably eventually gonna win them this flank. But by then, they have less skirmishers, and they're gonna have nothing to put on that. This is so fucking painful. It's so infuriating when you know you could win, but you cannot because of the situation. What's the word that I'm looking for? The context of the fight. Yeah, the context. Thank God. I think, like, I don't know, realistically, I don't know if you can do something here if you're Starsmil. This is already too deep. But if you pull the fight back a little bit, like 10-15 seconds, maybe just fall back. Just fall back with your swords, and then have a skirmisher on skirmisher fight, right? You fall back with your, I mean, obviously, like, listen guys, this is very easy for me to point out because I'm watching the replay, I'm not in the match, right? In the heat of the battle, it's very hard to do this. But I think how he could have won this is you fall back with the swords, use your skirmishers against their skirmishers. Of course he has more, but that is irrelevant, because once the skirmishers are out of ammo, they're gonna have to start fighting with melee, and that's when these swords are gonna cook everything that's there. So I think that was one of the ways that he could have won. Of course, there is still the threat of this general, but I mean, there's only so much that that general could have done if the plan that I just laid out would have been put into effect. Yeah, now he's charging the weakened line, and he's gonna probably shoot these guys. Oh, that's a very good angle, man. Very good angle. Is that how are they shooting so far with 145 range? That's kind of infuriating. The general is gone for the Poles. And it's still, this is a micromanagement. This is a micro fight right now. Let's go a little bit faster, because he's gonna fall back and try to hit them. Like you could hit, yeah, exactly. You just fall back, you hit one of the guys, you fall back, and then you hit these guys with those archers. Like, I think he caught one of the archers. Yes, he did. But it's gonna work out because they're so weakened that archers beat them. Yeah, he's trying to dissect that flank while running on this flank. Very smart player. And now there's 4 skirmishers still against lesser. This was a great fucking fight, guys. Congratulations to all 4 players in this fight. This was the best match so far that I've seen, by far, by far. Okay, these guys were actually skirmishers, but they didn't do that much damage. I mean, of course, they're skirmishers, so it's hard. It's not like archers. I want to see Premysyl's archers. Good numbers on them. Okay, so Xenon was the defensive, so to say, player, the one that we saw towards the end. And Starsmil was on the flank, on their left flank, trying to push the situation. I mean, what can I say? Like, look at these numbers on the archers. Awesome fucking match, man. Yeah, again, congratulations. So let's see match number 2. Joker is gonna play as the Mongols, and Starsmil is gonna play as the Almoravids. While on the other side, the defense is gonna play against. Is gonna play with Genoa. I'm gonna start losing my voice here. And Premysl is gonna play as the fake, made in China, dog shit, Holy Roman Empire. Let's see. We see the Germanic hunters, archers. Those are pretty good. Pretty good boys. 4 heavy swords, 4 swords, 3 spears, 5 horses. Mongols the same. 5 horses, 4 archers, 8 swords, 2 spears, 6 horses. Yeah, because you're allowed to have 5 plus 1, I think, if the general is and such. So Premysl is gonna have the Xenon, and Starsmil is gonna have the cavalry superiority, I think. So Xenon is the Mongol player, and then Starsmil is the Almoravids, while Premysl is the Holy Roman guy. And General Hero of Vengeance is gonna play as the treacherous dogshit Genoese that betrayed the Roman Empire when the Ottomans laid siege on them. Fuck them from now until forever. Starsmil is trying to flank the enemy. Okay, this is different now. This is very different. They're not going that way, Premysl and the boys. Looks like they're switching things up. Hero of Vengeance is gonna be the offensive player, maybe. While Premysl is gonna play as the defense. Which is gonna throw these guys off, because look at this. He was already ready to push, and this guy to hold. So now, yeah, they're reacting well. Starsmil is reacting well here. You have to push in, and maybe, depending on your confidence level against the other player, you can go for the push, but you could probably fall back and make Starsmil be the offensive player. Now the defenses are good for the Mongols here. This is a good defensive flank. Like, there's no weakness here. But they're a little bit. These guys are gonna get. They're gonna get shot a little bit hard. Ooh, naphtha throwers on the. Oh yeah, that is a tool that is so good if you manage to put it into the right context. Because you can just push the line back with those naphtha throwers. But this line has to follow faster. Oh, the layout is pretty good. Like, this is a short match. If like something is gonna be very disastrous very soon. I don't know what. Yeah, this is not good. You have to fall back a little bit here because they have you covered here, and then they have the cavalry. You have also the cavalry. There's like 5 horses there, and the 6th one is helping out Starsmil, which is nice. Which is nice because he has 6 of them. But you having the edge here means that the skirmishers are gonna have a nice angle here, nice angles to shoot you down. And I think it was very, yeah, like look at this. These guys are sleeping. You have to push, and it's obviously it's hard for me to easy for me to point this out, but you have to react, right? Because you expect one thing from the enemy and they do the complete opposite, so they have to adjust now. And yeah, Xenon was and Starsmil were a little bit slow to react, and there's just too much cavalry here. His cavalry is already engaged, some of them here in the main line, and these guys are gonna eat those skirmishers alive. And his, like, the Holy Romans are just relaxing. While this guy, like, okay. General Hero of Vengeance shows us in this match that he can be a good offender as well. He can definitely dominate, annihilate, and penetrate as well if he needs to. Which just gives this team so much, so many options, and it's cool. It's cool. Good on them. I think this threw off Starsmil and Xenon completely. Like they just threw them off. Premysyl's teammate did a stellar job in surrounding these guys and fucking them up. Very, very, very good job. Premysl is helping with the skirmishers, and it's just game over for these guys. The Mongols can pack up and go home. Yeah, I can see what's happening here. I can see why this is a short match. These guys are surrounded. And they're gonna get wrecked, while these guys are playing the catch-up. And even when they get there, and they're gonna eventually help out, like the fake Romans, made in China, dogshit Holy Romans are gonna still be there to say hi, you know, bring them the newspapers, and give them the news that they're gonna get fucked. Yeah, it's very good job by Premysl and his teammate. Again, very good job. Okay, you fucking assholes. Stop beating everybody, it's getting boring. But this was a nice series because these guys these were 2 matches in which we saw them being forced to adapt, to change their tactics that worked so far, because these guys were reacting to everything. So Premysl and his teammate did a good job in reacting to the enemy. Very good job. And that's what won them the match. Very hard to beat this team. Yeah, now the fake Romans are charging, and the Genoese are finishing up the Mongols, and they're just gonna start flanking soon. So that's why it's gonna be game over. Like, these guys cannot do anything here. 3 spears, and yeah, we can go fast forward. We know what's gonna happen here. Like, there's no point in sugarcoating it or trying to making it interesting when it's not gonna be. It's just gonna be a slaughter fest here. There's too much here. There's nothing that Starsmil can do on the flanks, honestly, because there's a couple of cavalry and spears here. So, like, what are you gonna do with your cavalry? You're just gonna do nothing. Yeah, GG's. Good job. Good match. Excellent match. Even though the second match was one-sided, it showed us a side of this team that is super interesting. And just when you thought, if you're Starsmil and Xenon, after the previous match, just when you thought you're like, hey, we almost beat these guys, come on, we can do it, then Premysl and his teammate just turn a page and fuck you up. It's like, this must be so infuriating. I mean, not like, I don't know how they feel obviously, but it can be demoralizing. It can be demoralizing. So, but good job, cool match again, guys. That's gonna be it for this one. Let's see the numbers. What numbers am I curious of? I can't even see the numbers. Well, I guess we're not gonna see the numbers, but that was we all saw what happened there. Awesome match, awesome match. I liked it. I liked it. I'm still, like, tactic wise, strategy wise, this was the best match so far. The best moment so far in the tournament for me, it's still gonna be Romka's Jerusalem cavalry charge. But this tactically, this is taking the cake so far. Guys, that's gonna be it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Until then, stay safe, stay clean, and always stay strong.